Hello and welcome to my correction to upgrade options for the HP Pavilion 590-P0057C. This is a refurbished desktop computer. So basically I'm going to talk about what you can and cannot upgrade. This is a correction to my previous video on this because I forgot one very important upgrade option on this. So I'm going to turn this case around to the back. As you can see on the back, there is one screw right here, and it's toolless, so you can use your fingernail to undo it, or get a flathead screwdriver if you like, or a Phillips would even work. So it's basically toolless to access, and there's a nice handle where you can stick your fingers here and pull towards you to open. So this is the inside of the computer. So this is the power supply down here. From reading on the internet, this is a proprietary power supply, 310 watts. Unfortunately, it is not replaceable because I guess the case is customized to the power supply for this. The motherboard is a HP Lynx LINCS 843B model. So basically there's 4 different things you can do to upgrade this machine. First thing I'm going to do is take off 4 screws. This screw down here, this screw up here, and then these 2 screws right here will allow me to access the inside of the computer more. So, oops, I brought the wrong tool. I need a flathead for that. Works better than the Phillips. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with my flathead screwdriver. So, access this screw down here. Oh, shouldn't have done it so tight. Oh. And 2 more. 2 down, 2 to go. And the screws all appear to be the same, so you don't need to worry about preserving which screw goes where. So once you have those 4 screws out, you can better see. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. So you do have to take off the DVD drive first before you can take this rack part off. So you need to unplug these 2 cables here to the back of the DVD burner. And you just pull straight towards you. Yeah, one's data and one's power. So that you got that, you got that, and then you just push this black lever away from you, and the DVD burner comes out. Just set that aside, and now you can take off this black rack. So you see these, where these line up right here. And you can pull this out towards you, but not too far because they're connected. So basically what you see here is a bunch of cables that pretty much for the most part come from the motherboard, data cables, and you got some that come from the power supply. So this right here is a rack. That's the first bay is holding a 3.5-inch hard disk drive. The second one is holding a 2.5-inch optical drive. And then you got a third bay. Down here it says it holds a second 3.5-inch hard disk drive. That's all imprinted on this black cage. Unfortunately, down here for the second hard disk drive, you only have one data cable. There's no extra spare power supply cables to provide power to that hard disk drive. So I guess you're going to need like a Y splitter and get it off of probably here or here to connect to your second hard disk drive. So there's 4 ways to upgrade this computer. The first one is the video card. This already has a AMD Radeon 550 video card. To unplug it, you just undo the screw right here in the back, and then you just pull this towards you. There's nothing else really connected. Why would you want to upgrade the video card? To get higher quality and higher resolution. This video card is capable of doing 4K at 60 Hertz. Unfortunately, I would want to have a 75 Hertz monitor, so then if I had to, I would have to update the video card to get a higher refresh rate at 4K. The second thing you can do to upgrade this machine is the RAM. As you can see right here, there are 2 8GB sticks of DDR4 memory in a dual channel setup. So 16 gigs right now sells for about 70 bucks. 32 gigs, which is the max that this motherboard can support, currently costs about 110 if you can find it on sale. I researched on the internet and found a website called techspot.com. They said that 16 gigs is the sweet spot and 32 gigs is overkill. So I guess it just depends on what you want to use it for. But for me, 16 gigs is plenty. The third upgrade option is the hard drive. The easiest thing would be to replace the existing 1 terabyte hard drive with just a bigger hard drive. That way you don't have to worry about extra power cables. And then the last thing, which I did not mention in my previous video upgrade option, is to upgrade the add an SSD card. As you can see over here, there's an M2 2280 slot, NVMe. So that's what you search for, is 2280 NVMe, and you're looking for a card that's a solid state drive. Currently, let me see, 512 gigs is about $50 to $60, and 1 terabyte is about $90 to $100 or so dollars. So for me, the only thing I need left to do for me to upgrade this machine to make it quite usable and for a very long time, almost 10 years, would be to add that SSD card. So we're looking for an M.2 2280 NVMe SSD card. For me, that's the last thing I would want to add to this machine. Right now, everything is all stock on this machine. So I add that, and this thing will be blistering fast. When I first turn this computer on, it is a little bit slow, especially doing the Windows updates. But Other than startups and shutdowns, it seems to be fast enough for web browsing. So I'm gonna put this all back. So notice I need to make these holes. These line up with the holes. Slide it back to where it's gonna line up with these holes. And then put the 4 screws. Slide my DVD burner in from the front. Connect the cables. And then put the door back on, and I'm good to go. So that's pretty much it. So to summarize, the 4 upgrade options you have is replacing the video card, replacing the RAM, going from 16 gigs to 32 gigs, adding to or replacing the hard drive, and lastly is just putting in an SSD drive. You're looking for an M.2 2280 NVMe. And so that's it. Hope you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.